Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, having well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing his truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. Alright, this is Bobby Yakanan, GMS England branch, back with another in transit video. And it's funny, the moment I pressed record, there was a illuminated sign on the left hand side of the screen, and it said end, and that's exactly what I had in mind to speak about at the moment of pressing record. All right, so just a small observation, but the scriptures say, be not ignorant in anything in a great matter or a small. All right, so what I wanted to talk about is how basically the end, all right, and this routine that we live on a day-to-day basis. You make your videos during the week, you read, you study, you go to the camp. For us, we go out on a Saturday, but throughout the Americas, you got camps that go out on different days. But the main point that I really wanted to highlight in this video is that there's going to be an end to going out and preaching this word. There's going to be an end to uploading videos on YouTubes and various other different platforms. All right, there's going to be an end to that real soon. And as we know, Amos, what's that, chapter 8 and verse 11, if I'm not mistaken, the scriptures speak about the famine of the word, the famine of hearing the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, not only on the street ministry, but also on the ministry on the the internet, on the unicorn. Okay, there's going to be an end to being able to access this information, that we preach and we teach about online, and also, in the physical, in the street ministry. There's going to be an end to it, and I'm on my way to the camp now, and who knows, this could be the last camp that I attend, that we attend, those that teach on a Saturday. This could be the last camp we attend, because you don't know what can happen in a very short period of time. You just don't know. All right, the Lord can have some heavy things take place upon the earth, to the point where internet ministry gets shut down, and the street ministry gets shut down within a matter of 4 or 5 days or a week. You just don't know. Things can move incredibly fast. Okay, if Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai wants to do it that way. And it's really good to always be in the mindset of anything can happen at any time. That's really the spirit that we ought to be in. The spirit of urgency, the spirit of expecting great things happening, terrible things happening in these last days that can affect the way that we live on a day-to-day basis. It's always good to be in that mind state. All right, that fight or flight mode mindset, always knowing that something could pop off at any time, but spiritually we're always prepared for whatever takes place through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and that's the difference between us that have this truth, that are illuminated, and those of you that don't have this truth. Because all of a sudden, when heavy things start happening upon the earth, many people are going to run to and fro, not knowing what the hell is going on, seeking answers, seeking a breakdown for all the judgment and atrocities that's being rolled out upon the earth. Okay, when we go to the book of 2nd Esdras, I think it's around I can't remember the chapter, but it's around verse 70 something, where it talks about, breaking into their houses. They should be like, madmen sparing none. These things are actually going to take place, and you're going to have people that don't know what's going down at that time. All right, so it's going to hit them like a ton of bricks. Okay, they're not going to have no resolve in their mind. They're not going to have no solace, within their spirit when all these things are happening. But we are. All right, through the Spirit, we're going to have solace within ourselves. We're going to have resolve within ourselves, because we know that, don't worry, don't panic. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is working. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is doing his thing. I'm going to be okay. I just got to trust and have faith and wait for salvation. All right, that is going to be our mindset, is to have, patience and faith and wait upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to deliver us from whatever situation that we find ourselves in, man. Okay, the scriptures speak about, being still. We're going to be still. All right, the Lord is going to put a special spirit upon his elect in these last days, man, when the heat turns up. Okay, when they come in, like a flood, the Lord's going to put a special spirit on his elect men, women, and children to bear the many different changes, okay, trials and tribulations that's going to manifest themselves in these last days. All right, we ain't going to bug out. Okay, when we find out that, hey, you can't go to the supermarket, we ain't going to bug out. Okay, now you might be, a little bit scared at first, but we're going to really, think to ourselves, hey, we preached about these things. Okay, we've been saying this was going to happen. We've been urging for these things to happen. Okay, so now is the time to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai and see how he's going to deliver us in them times. That's what we got to do. All right? What does it say in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, and around the 4th verse? Wherever, comes upon you, roughly paraphrasing, take it cheerfully. Okay? And, it says also, that we basically got to be patient and wait till the Lord, puts us on a higher state. All right? And that's what we're waiting for. All right? And we can't forget these, very important, sayings and these very important precepts, okay? Especially in these last days, because we're about to be tested. All right? As pursuant to Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10, that great time of testing is about to be manifested upon the earth, man. Okay? Great trials and tribulation. All right? So really, it's a beautiful thing. But it ain't going to be a walk in the park, as they say. It's going to be a very tough, it's going to be a very challenging and a very strenuous time, upon the Spirit. All right? But the Lord is going to give us the Spirit, the special Spirit, to be able to deal with that. All right? So really, the main message of this video is not to get comfortable. Like it tells us in Sirach chapter 5 and verse 7. Don't get comfortable. Okay? Anything can happen at any time. Things can drastically change to the point where you were working one day and the next day you ain't got work to go to. You had a certain amount of money in your bank at one time, and then the next day it's gone. All right? That's why the scriptures say, set not your heart on things, which are not. All right? Roughly paraphrasing. And, surely riches make themselves rings and fly away. Nothing is certain, in this kingdom. We live in a kingdom where everything is uncertain. Okay? You got billionaires that have woke up millionaires. You got millionaires that have woke up with a few hundred. You have people with a few hundred that woke up with nothing. All right? But those at the bottom are really better off because they're used to being in that state. So really the estate that we're in now, is really a blessing. Okay? The Lord has given us, our daily bread. All right? He's not giving us too much. All right? That's by design. Okay? And if you are, an individual, a brother that, happens to have a substantial amount, then you know what to do with that. That's where charity comes in. Okay? So you have to have a particular spirit to deal with whatever the Lord is giving you as a lot. But that's what I really wanted to say, in this video. Lord willing, it was edifying. And until next time, I'll say, Shalom.